Okay, so the first thing we want to do, if I go back to my hosting account, is get the database name and just copy that straight in. Database name, and that will also be your username. The password, goes here. Localhost, you see this here, our host name is this, copy this. You can leave that as localhost if you want, but I use a lot of WordPress, so I'm using the actual host name. Copy that in. Scroll down, there's nothing else to change here. Okay, the next thing you have to change are these unique keys here, and where you get those from, if you go back to wordpress.org and click on the handy guide, it's not actually in there, it's in the detailed installation instructions, editing the WP config PHP page. And if we scroll down here somewhere, we will see the online generator come up any second. Here we go. Click on the online generator and those are automatically generated for you. Okay, let me bring those down so you can see these. You haven't got to do anything with these, you can just copy these directly into your WP config file. These are changed randomly every time the online generator is used. Just click copy back to the WP config and delete those, import those, change the table prefix here, and that is it. Your WP config is now edited and ready for uploading. Let me just go through that again for you. Scroll back to the top. Okay, this is your database name, that goes in there. Your database username again is exactly the same as your DB name. Just copy that in there where that says I think it was your username, your database username. Just copy that directly in there. Remember not to delete these single quote marks there. Then we put in the password. Then we imported from again from my hosting account, my MySql database at Godaddy, the host name, and there's nothing else to edit then until you get to these unique keys here. You have to copy these keys in. You can copy those in directly on top of the ones that we just deleted, and then you need to, if you're using more than one database, I use several, you need to change the table prefix here, and that's it. You are ready to upload this file. Okay, the next thing we want to do is upload our WordPress files to a hosting account. I'm using Filezilla, which is a free FTP client. I'm not using GoDaddy directly, as it takes far too long, and they've been known to lock me out halfway through uploading these files. It's much better to use a free FTP client. So go to my WordPress version, which is 2.8.6, and you simply highlight these folders, and I'll do these three first and just drag them across, and you will see this working down here, 680 odd files to transfer, and once those are finished uploading we will come back and upload the rest of the files. Okay, now those three big files are dragged across, we want to take across the rest of the files, so just click on index.php, then scroll down to the bottom and hold down the Control and Shift key on your keyboard, and that will highlight the rest of the files. Then if you are editing, sorry, if you're uploading the files like I am with all these, all the original files in here, sorry, you want to hold the Control and just click on the WP config sample, because we don't want to drag that one across. We want to drag across the one we've already edited, which is in a different file. Just simply drag those across. Next thing we want to do is drag across our edited WP config file. If I go up to my folder, which is here, and just again drag it straight across. And then the next thing we want to do, if I close this down, next thing we want to do is go to wordpress.org and look at the 5-minute installation. Let me just bring that down for you. Okay, the 5-minute install on wordpress.org, and you want to, if you're building a website, you need this URL here. If you're building a blog, which I'll show you in a later video to go along with this website, you want to use this URL here, okay? And we will just simply replace the example.com with our own website address. So just highlight that. Bring the browser down so you can see. Copy that directly into there and simply replace that with saved.com and hit return, and that will bring up our access to WordPress. Then let me expand that again and just put in our blog title. Blog title is going to be dog health saved.com, and I will put in an email address and click install WordPress. Now you're going to get emailed this username. This is going to be a standard username which is used on all WordPress logins, but you'll get emailed these to that email address you've just given. And what you want to do is highlight this, copy, and log in, and then admin, remember me, copy the password in, and save this in robo form and my WordPress file, and we will just tidy that up slightly. And then hit save, and this will now open up our dashboard. Just bring that down again and the dashboard for you. The first thing you're going to get told is to change your password, which I highly recommend, and just click on that link, take me to my profile page, and scroll down to the bottom, put in a new password, update profile, and I want to go back and edit my RoboForm login, edit, and put in my new password. Save and close. Just log out of this and make sure that it works. Log directly back in. Just saves a little bit of time in the future when you're doing some quick editing. Okay, we'll log back into our dashboard, and the first thing we want to do to prevent any spam comments is go and activate the Akismet plugin in the plugins section, and we want our WordPress API key, which we will get from wordpress.com. So I'm going to log into my wordpress.com account, which I don't really use for anything apart from this, wordpress.com. And you will find your API key under your profile, and it should be up the top. There it is. This is my API key. Simply copy that back to the new site, automatically discard spam comments, paste that in there, and update options. And that's it. Your WordPress.org site is now set up, or blog if you're using this as a blog. Again, I will show you how to upload your files to the blog directory in another video, because I'm adding a blog, like I said, to complement this website as well. Now we're ready to install plugins, which I'll show you on the next video, and also install a theme after we've added some content.